All right. Hello, Mary Kay.
Hello, Andrea.
Thank you for having us over today. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about your soon to be participation as a host in this year's garden tour. So, how long have you been gardening here? Tell us a little bit about the history.
A little over 25 years. Well, 20, yeah, I don't know. 23 years, let's say.
All right, all right. What are some of the most significant changes that you guys have encountered here while you've been here in that
The
time?
most significant changes we've encountered is taking away the lawns. Out in front, both lawns were just straight lawn down to the street edge, and we dug that all up and created a patio area, a vegetable garden, and planted all along the street, which created a lot of privacy.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then back here, we did the same thing. A landscape designer came in, and she has just a marvelous way with stone.
Yeah.
So she put in all the stone and made these little separate rooms in our backyard.
Which one is your favorite? What's your favorite spot to sit at?
My favorite spot is out in front at night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because you can see the moon, the stars.
Oh, that's nice.
It's just quiet and relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, we eat a lot out in the backyard in the summertime. We have nature nearby.
That's great. That was great. So I imagine just watering the yard, it was a significant difference to get rid of that grass, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was. It was always weedy and brown. It was not
Yeah.
healthy grass.
Right.
You know, if we had kept it, we would have had to replace it anyway. But
yeah,
just so much nicer and lusher to have it gone.
right, right. So I noticed you do have a number of vegetables throughout your garden. What are your favorites? What are some of
I
your
love
favorites?
the snap
to eat?
peas.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's nothing like going out and taking off 8 snap peas because that's all you need sometimes.
Right, right.
And lettuces, I like having fresh lettuces and herbs. You only need a pinch of this or that, and
Right.
when you buy the little packets at the store, you end up throwing away half
Yeah.
of them because they get moldy or
Yes.
slimy.
True. What are some tools that you use in your garden that you would consider have to haves? Some of your most important tools?
Pruners,
Mhm.
pruning shears, and I have this little Japanese weeder that I take everywhere as I go through
Oh,
the
yeah.
yard. Little anvil-shaped head with a cutting edge on the bottom.
For weeds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then really good loppers.
All right. So you've been doing this a long time. What type of advice might you give to a beginner, somebody who's just starting out with gardening, a little overwhelmed with everything? What would you advise them?
Think about the future, because that little plant that you buy, as I bought many of mine from the guys at the farmers market, can turn into a big tree before you know it. So don't put it too close to the house.
Yeah.
Be sure you give it room to grow, and then you don't have to worry about pruning it, trying to keep it down to the shape you want, because it wants to be the size it wants to be,
Right?
and you can't prune it enough to keep it that shape. So think about where you're putting things. That would be my biggest advice. And the other thing would be, don't worry. If something doesn't work out, you can try a different plant.
Yeah.
You can put plants in, you can put them in the perfect place and the perfect thing, and they just don't work sometimes. They die. So get another one.
Great advice. What are some next steps for your garden? Are you content with where it is? Do you see any other changes coming? Where do you see it in the next year, 5 years?
Well, I know that it's a lot for us to maintain, and David and I are both retired. He's not that interested in doing the yard work. He'll help
Yeah.
me with the physical, picking up piles and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and he mows. But it's going to be too much for us pretty soon. So yeah, I just enjoy it while I can.
Yeah, there you go. What convinced you to be a host for this year's garden tour?
I needed a kick in the seat of my pants. I retired a year and a half ago and thought, I'll just spend all the time in the garden, and I didn't. And so when you asked, last fall, I thought, well, that's what I need. That's
There you
what
go.
will get me out into the yard.
All right.
And man, it has.
That's awesome. It looks fabulous. Do you have any other objectives that you're hoping to achieve by hosting this year? Other than getting up and moving?
It, trying to just keep it in a good shape. We're going to have to hire we hire arborists every 5 years or so to come in and help with the big trees to thin out the dead wood, and so those guys are due to come back again. We'll probably get them back in, but that kind of maintenance lasts a long time and is really important for the health of the trees.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll do more of that. I like the idea of adding more flowers. I haven't had a lot of flowers in the garden. Usually it's just out in the front, but I've added quite a few flowers to this year's garden. So
That's
I
nice.
like that.
That's nice. Anything else you want to add?
I do like to cut flowers from the garden and greenery and bring it inside, and I find I can do that all year long with the foliage plants that are in the garden.
Nice.
So there's always something to cut and bring in.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Well, thank you. Again, we do want to thank you for being a participant in this year's garden tour, and we're looking forward to seeing the rest of the yard.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.